Don't be discouraged if this comes off nearly impossible at first. This is not a very easy exercise at all. The whole point is that it's difficult so you can test yourself to do the things correctly and not cheat. Now, I'm doing this in the grass, obviously. It's much easier to balance without rolling, just taking one more variable out of the equation, which I highly recommend. The whole point here is that you balance on one foot and you're focused on the amount of effort you're giving to that one side as you bring the other foot closer. If you're doing it on the road where you can roll, you're just gonna give yourself more things to think about and more distractions. So I recommend doing this in the grass. Make sure you master it. Take your time with it. If you can only do one perfect and it takes you 3-4 minutes to get one done, that's totally fine versus just going through and getting as many as you can. It's all about quality over quantity. Perfect practice makes perfect. First step is to grab two objects like I mentioned before. It could be shoes, could be anything. Cones is what I'm using today. Put them right inside your feet after you spread your feet a little bit farther apart than shoulder width. If you want to start off by getting down in position and finding that sweet spot of where you can beat it weight transfer, that's probably a good idea. This is comfortable for me. I'm going to take the cones and toss them down right inside the left, right inside the right. The first step is to come down in a weight transfer position, nose, knee, and toe right over one foot. My belly button, if you were to see from the side, is right over the middle of this skate. My hip is a little bit outside this. I'm leading with the hip. That's how I'm able to get balance on one foot. So I'm in a down position here. The first movement is going to be to pick this foot up and over the cone. Now, a couple of things to think about. I don't want to push off the ground. I want to be able to just to have all my weight here, and this is completely weightless. All I'm doing is just sitting there with the foot on the ground. Once you've established a good position, nose, knee, and toe lined up, leading with the hip, belly button right in the middle of this skate from the side, then you can start the actual exercise of bringing this foot in and setting it down next to the cone. When you do that, you want to make sure that you go through your brain with a little checklist of what to do, what not to do. You don't want to lift your hip and tilt your hip and use this to aid any movement of that foot coming in next to this cone. What you do want to do is stay strong and compact and focus on the balance of this leg that you're on, the leg that you're going to bring the other foot to. So you're here, nose, knee, and toe. All the weight is off this foot. Then slowly, without changing anything else in the system, just lift this foot up off the ground, stay balanced, and bring it in close to this cone. Then repeat the process on the way out. Nose, knee, and toe lined up, strong balance, fighting to keep everything flat, and still, no weight here. Pick it up, don't reach out towards the cone, and finish. Then you weight transfer across, reposition yourself, and repeat over and over and over again. That's what it looks like.